Hi, everybody. Welcome again to Ivy English. I'm Bruce.
I'm Angela.
And I'm Wesley.
Today we have a vocabulary test for you, as we do every month. Number 1. You should carry an umbrella with you. It's really blank outside and might start to rain soon. Here are your choices. A. Blank. B. Distant. C. Liberal. Or D. Cloudy. We're talking about umbrella, rain, so we're talking about the weather. It's really what outside? Blank is not used to describe the weather. Blank means nothing or missing. Is it distant? Well, as soon as you walk out your door, you're actually in the atmosphere, so you're right in it. It's not distant. Liberal has nothing to do with weather. Cloudy certainly does. If it's a cloudy day, there are lots of clouds, and clouds often bring rain with them. So, you should carry an umbrella with you. It's really cloudy outside and might start to rain soon.
好，所以题目说呢，你应该要 carry an umbrella with you， 就是带把伞的。各位记得中文的带把伞，英文就是这样讲 ，carry an umbrella with you。你应该带把伞。It's really 我们要选的是 cloudy， 就是多云的，天很阴 ，overcast， O-V-E-R-C-A-S-T， 所以外面很多那个很阴，云很多。然后呢 might start to rain soon， 很快可能就会下雨了。那其他选项我们看到 A blank， blank 是空白的，名词的话就是空格，不对。B distant 遥远的，这很奇怪，什么叫遥远的？然后呢，这个你说外面很遥远，不知道什么意思。那 C liberal 是开明的或者自由的，放在这里都不对，我们选 cloudy。
Number 2, the playful cat blank its owner's work by lying on top of the computer keyboard. So this is really typical cat behavior because cats, they want to share things with you and they're like, oh, so you're doing things on that thing there. I will be part of that. Also, I think they know that they're interrupting your work and have to pay attention to you. Do you know how you solve this? You make a little tiny computer for your cat as a toy and you put it there and they're very happy. Or a simpler thing is you just put a box on your desk and they go, oh, a box for me? Wow. And then they go lie in the box and you're happy and they're happy. Okay. But what did the cat do to its owner's work? Did it exchange its owner's work? Did it say, I will give you something if you give me this? Did it interrupt its owner's work? Did it make it hard for the owner to do the work by stopping the work temporarily? Hint, that's the answer. Recognized. C. Did it recognize its owner work? Like, I lie on your keyboard to let you know that you were working, and I recognize that. Did it tighten its owner's work? Make it tighter? That doesn't make any sense. Definitely choose B. The playful cat interrupted its owner's work by lying on top of the computer keyboard.
好 playful 就是好玩的哈，这是很调皮很好玩的猫呢，怎么样？我们要选 B interrupted， 就是打断了它的主人的工作。怎么打断呢？它就躺在那个电脑键盘上面。那所以我们要选的是 interrupted。那 A 选项 exchanged 是交换，不对。C recognized 是认出来，这个也不对。D tightened 就让它变紧，这个也不对。所以我们要选的是 interrupted。
Number 3. The YouTuber spoke very blank about her struggles with anxiety in an interview, hoping to raise awareness and help others facing similar challenges. So whatever a YouTuber is, talked about her struggles, the hard work and sad and difficult work she was going through because she had anxiety. This is in an interview when you shouldn't show that you're nervous. She was hoping to raise awareness to make other people see or understand what she could and help others facing similar challenges.
I think this wasn't a work interview, but a media interview where she can share whatever she wants to share.
Okay. The YouTuber spoke very how or what? A, vacantly. B, neatly. C, handily. Or D, frankly. Vacantly doesn't make sense here. If something is vacant, it's not there. There's nothing there. Neatly, I guess you could speak neatly or write neatly, but that doesn't fit here. Handily, maybe she spoke well, but we wouldn't call that handily. But we would use frankly. That means honestly. It's hard to speak about your struggles with anxiety, but if you are frank, you can help yourself and also raise other people's awareness. So choose D. The YouTuber spoke very frankly about her struggles with anxiety in an interview, hoping to raise awareness and help others facing similar challenges.
好，所以这一位呢 YouTuber 他怎么样？他说话说得非常怎么样？我们要选的是 D. Frankly 坦白的 honestly 或者另外一个比较难一点的是 candidly C-A-N-D-I-D-L-Y 所以他很坦白。关于什么很坦白呢？关于他的 struggles with anxiety 他和焦虑的之间的搏斗啊 in an interview 这应该是个访问了哈。所以他在访问里面他非常坦白的说他怎么样跟焦虑搏斗。那他希望借由此呢hoping to raise awareness 就提高某方面的意识，然后呢他也希望 help others 帮助其他人呢 facing similar challenges 这个 facing similar challenges 是修饰那个 others 所以他也希望帮助其他面临类似挑战的人。那其他选项我们看到 vacantly 是茫然的空空的，这显然不对。 neatly 是很整齐的放在这里也不对。那 handily 是很轻易的很方便的，放在这里也不对，所以我们只能选 frankly。
Number 4. Ryan got into the blank of reading a few pages of a novel before bedtime. He finds it helpful for a good night's sleep. That would not give me a good night's sleep because I wouldn't stop at a few pages. I would read the whole thing and then be like, dang, why is the sun coming up? Okay, so that might work for you though. So Ryan got into the something of reading a few pages of a novel before bedtime. What is he doing? Is he getting into a habit, which is a repeated behavior that becomes so repeated that you don't think about it anymore? Did he get into the bother, the trouble of doing this? Did he get into the deal of doing this, some sort of like agreement? Did he get into the subject of that? I mean, the subject of reading a few pages of a novel before bedtime is an idea that you can discuss. But we're really talking about something he's doing every night. And so that would be a habit. So choose A. Ryan got into the habit of reading a few pages of a novel before bedtime. He finds it helpful for a good night's sleep.
好，那大家就记得英文里面有一个很常见的语块，就是 get into the habit of doing something， 就是养成了做什么的习惯。好，所以你如果背了这个语块，这题答案马上就出来了，就是 A habit。所以 Ryan 他养成了一个 reading a few pages of a novel， 就读几页的小说 before bedtime， 就是在他睡前他会读几页的小说。bedtime 就是 the time when one usually goes to sleep。好，然后呢，他发现 就发现睡前读几页小说是非常有帮助的。帮助什么呢？ For a good night's sleep， 可以帮助他一夜好眠，所以答案选 A。 那 B bother 如果是名词的话，就是很麻烦的令人讨厌的人或者物。那 C deal 当名词的话就这个交易。那 D subject 当名词的话就是主题或者话题或者科目。那 B C D 都不对，我们选 habit， got into the habit of doing something。
Number 5. Gina is a rather blank person. She studies the Bible every day and goes to church at least twice a week. Is she A, hopeful, B, democratic, C, religious, or D, naughty? A person who studies the Bible, this would be a Christian, possibly also a Jew. Their most important book that they read and try to live by is the Bible, and notice it's capital B because it's a book of religion, and we do that. So certainly C right away should tell you that anyone who reads the Bible and goes to church at least twice a week is a religious person. Hopeful, democratic, and naughty are fine adjectives, but not here.
Okay, so the sentence again?
Yes, Gina is a rather religious person. She studies the Bible every day and goes to church at least twice a week.
好，所以 Gina 她是一个相当怎么样的人呢？我们要选 religious C， 她是个 rather religious person， 她蛮虔诚的。religious 可以说是宗教的，也可以说是很虔诚的。pious P-I-O-U-S 这另外一个虔诚的意思，或者你也可以说 devout D-E-V-O-U-T 这两个字都是虔诚的意思。好，所以她是相当虔诚的人。那怎么样呢？ She studies the Bible every day， 她每天都研读圣经。而且呢 goes to church 去上教堂 goes to church at least twice a week 一个礼拜最少上2次教堂，所以非常虔诚。那我们看看其他选项 A hopeful 就是 full of hope 的意思。那这个 B democratic 就是民主的，这也很奇怪。那 D naughty 很调皮的人大概不会每天读圣经，每个礼拜上2次教堂，所以都不对，我们选 C religious。
Number 6. As part of the restructuring process, the company will blank a new vice president to oversee marketing and sales. If you are restructuring your company, it means that you are changing the organization of it. So you're moving around departments. You might be getting new people. You might be getting rid of people. Restructuring is a little bit like cleaning out your room and rearranging the furniture, but for business. So a vice president is the person who helps the president in terms of carrying out like running the company kind of duties. And if you oversee something, you are responsible for taking care of these things. So a vice president for marketing and sales is the guy who has to make sure that marketing and sales works because that is how your company gets the money in. So what kind of thing will the company do for or to a new vice president? Will they exhibit him? They'll be like, here in this glass case is our new vice president. Will they appoint him? That means they will pick somebody and put them in position. I think that's the answer. Will they imitate him? Here, I'm a vice president. Does this look vice presidential to you? Or observe. They'll be like, okay, here's a vice president in the wild. What will he do next? No, we're definitely going to appoint him. Or her. Yeah, I can't believe I assumed this dude was like a dude. It's most likely not a dude. So, as part of the restructuring process, the company will appoint a new vice president to oversee marketing and sales.
好，所以 as part of 作为什么的一部分呢？ The restructuring process 就是组织重整这样的一个过程的一部分。那这个公司怎么样呢？他们将会，我们要选的是 appoint， 就是任命一位新的副总 a new vice president， 目的是要 oversee， 就是监督 supervise supervise to watch over and direct 来监督marketing 行销还有 sales 还有业务部门，所以我们要选 appoint。 那我们看其他选项 A exhibit 就是 display 展示，公司会展示一个新的副总，这很奇怪。那 C imitate 是模仿 mimic M-I-M-I-C， 那模仿一个新副总这个也不对。 D observe 是观察，要观察一个新副总，你观察的话就不可能不可能来 oversee， 所以也不对，我们要选的是 appoint。
Number 7. There is blank concern among the public about the spread of misinformation on social media platforms. So the government has been urged to take measures immediately. Do we want A, casual, B, narrow, C, general, or D, minor? Well, if you're concerned about something, you're maybe a little bit worried about it, but you consider it important. And the spread of misinformation is something important. If radio, television, and newspapers are telling lies on social media platforms, this is not a good situation. A country cannot work well or get along with its neighbors well if it's exposed to information that is useless and wrong. So it wouldn't be casual concern. Narrow concern, that means maybe they're only concerned about this. That's unlikely. A general concern, that looks pretty good because it means not everyone, not all the time, but it's there, at least sometimes, among some people. Again, minor concern would be something like casual concern. It doesn't really matter, in which case it's not even a concern. So choose C, general. There is general concern among the public about the spread of misinformation on social media platforms. So the government has been urged to take measures immediately.
好，那这里有几个很重要的语块，大家可以注意一下。首先就是我们答案是 general， 那各位就把它背起来。There is general concern among the public about something， 就是民众普遍的担忧某件事情。There is general concern among the public about something。那关于什么呢？第二个语块很重要，也常看到 the spread of misinformation， 就是假消息的散播。然后第三个语块 on social media platforms， 就在社群媒体的平台上面，叫做 on social media platforms。 然后呢，所以这个政府怎么样？第四个语块很重要，就是怎么样 has been urged to take measures immediately。 take measures 就是采取行动， urge 就是被敦促，所以政府被敦促要赶快立即采取行动。这个 the government has been urged to take measures immediately. 所以这个 take measures 就采取行动。好，那我们来看到其他选项呢 A. Casual 就是随意的或者是不在意的，当然不是我们的答案。那 B. Narrow 是狭窄的，你说 narrow concern 这不知道什么意思。那 D. Minor 是比较小的，比较不重要的 lesser in importance or degree 放在这里也讲不通，所以我们要选的是 general， 各位把它背起来。 There is general concern among the public about something.
Number 8. The report included a visual blank of the data trends, making it easier for readers to grasp the main findings at a glance. So visual means having to do with what you can see. Trends means the direction that data is going. Is it going up? Is it going down? Is it getting bigger? Is it getting smaller? If you want to grasp something, it means you understand. And at a glance means you just look at it and you're like, oh, I get it. You don't have to study it and figure it out. It's like easily understandable. So the report included a visual something, a visual blank of the data trends. So we're some kind of picture, basically. Is it A, an outline, B, a budget, C, an avenue, or D, a profit? So obviously profit doesn't work. A visual profit, that's weird. And then a visual avenue means like a road or something. A visual budget means you're allocating how much things you can see where. That doesn't make sense. So it'd have to be a visual outline. And by outline, it would mean like a summary or a list that describes the information. So outline is our best choice here. The report included a visual outline of the data trends, making it easier for readers to grasp the main findings at a glance.
好，所以这个报告呢 included 它包含了一个 visual 就是视觉上的一个什么东西 of the data trends. Data trends 就是数据的一个趋势，所以我们要选的答案是 outline. A visual outline 就是一个视觉上面的，那 outline 是个大纲，一个轮廓或者一个概述，所以让你看到等于说用视觉把它表现出来一个数据的趋势，那这样子就可以 making it easier， 这 it 就是指后面的 for readers to 怎么样，所以让这件事情变得比较容易。什么事情呢？让读者能够 to grasp the main findings. Grasp 本来是抓的意思，在这里是掌握或者理解的意思。那 the main findings 就是主要的发现，那 at a glance 就是看一眼，它就可以掌握到主要的一些发现，因为有这样的一个 visual outline of the data trends. 好，那其他选项我们看一下 B, budget 是预算，那这地方跟预算没有关系，所以不对。那 C, avenue 是大道大街，通常旁边都有树的，这个什么什么大道，那这里跟大路没有关系，跟大道也没有关系。那 D, profit 是利润，那在这里跟这个利润你说 visual 这个 profit 很怪，不知道什么意思，所以也不对，我们选 outline.
Number 9.The reservoir bed began to blank as the investigators carefully drained the water from the area in their search for the missing person. A reservoir is a man-made lake from which cities or the surrounding area are provided with water. Bed here refers to the bottom of the reservoir. If there's no more water in a reservoir, then you're looking at the bed where the water used to be. So it began to blank.As the investigators carefully drained the water from the area, they took water out of the reservoir. Why? In their search for the missing person. Aha! This sometimes happens. Maybe some kids went out in a small boat, and maybe the boat had a problem, and the missing person, sorry, this is singular, that person had a problem and could not get back to shore, and unfortunately seems to have died with his body.going into the water and sinking to the bottom, which is why they wanted to drain the water to see if they could find the person's body. Our choices are A, occur, B, increase, C, float, or D, surface. Usually we think of surface as a noun, the top part of something. But here it fits if we're talking about something in the water, maybe that's not supposed to be there,that somehow will rise to the surface or the top of the water level. In this case, if they drain all the water, there's no more surface to talk about. So occur, the reservoir bottom began to occur. We wouldn't use it in that way. To increase, on the contrary, the amount of water would decrease. The bed does not float. Things can float in water, but not the bed or bottom of a reservoir. But here surface makes sense. Maybe the person fell out of the boat and sank to the bottom, but after a period of time, dead bodies tend to rise in water, or if you take all the water away, you can find the body easily. So choose D. The reservoir bed began to surface as the investigators carefully drained the water from the area in their search for the missing person.
好，所以 the reservoir 就是水坝。bed 就是它的底部，所以水坝的底部开始怎么样？我们要选的是第4个选项 surface。surface 这个是通常当名词是表面的意思，那在这里呢当动词，而且不及物动词，就是浮现到表面，显露出来，浮现出来 to rise to the surface， 或者是 emerge E-M-E-R-G-E。 这个水坝的底部开始浮现出来了，随着这些 investigators 调查人员很小心的 drained the water 把水排放掉 from the area 把这个地方的这个区域的水排放掉 in their search for 当他们正在寻找 the missing person 这个失踪的人的时候，他们要找这个失踪的人，所以他们干脆把水坝的水排掉，这个地区的水排掉，这个时候就会看到水坝的底部慢慢浮现。好，所以我们要选的是 surface。 那其他选项我们看一下 A occur 是发生 to take place， 那显然不对。那 increase 它这个字意思是增加的意思 to become greater or larger 也不合适。 C float 是漂浮，这个水坝的底部不会漂浮，所以也不对，我们选 surface。
Number 10. Mastering a musical instrument, being able to play a musical instrument to the level of a master, somebody who can really play, requires blank because the development of skill takes dedication and persistent effort. So it requires something because you have to really be committed to it and you have to do it a lot in order to get good at it. So what are we requiring here? Balance, being able to make sure that A is equal to B. Patience, meaning the ability to wait and do something for a long time. I think it's B. C, discussion. You have to talk about it. To talk about something gives you the skill. Or D, collection. Collection means to gather up a number of things that are very similar. I think it's B. Mastering a musical instrument requires patience because the development of skill takes dedication and persistent effort.
Master 是精熟，你要精熟一个乐器会需要怎么样呢？ Patience 需要耐心，因为 the development of skill 就是技术的发展 takes 在这里是需要的意思，你要发展技术就需要 dedication 就是专心一致的付出，还有 persistent effort persistent 是持续的 effort 是努力，好，所以需要持续的努力，所以我们要 patience 要耐心，答案是 B。 那 A 选项 balance 是平衡， C discussion 是讨论， D collection 是收集或者收藏，都不合适，我们要选的是 patience requires patience 需要耐心。
Okay, that's it for today's program, our vocabulary test. Hope you enjoyed it and learned a bit with us. Until the next time,
bye-bye.